Hello, good morning po sa ating lahat. Welcome sa ating Wednesday morning briefing. Ano po? So to start, I'll share my screen with you. Ayan, so we start with anong currency kaya? Ayan, so dito po tayo mag-uumpisa. So mag-uumpisa po tayo sa gold. Yung gold pair po natin, if we try to see kung ano ang direksyon ng gold sa ngayon, if you try to look at the higher time frame chart for us to be able to see kung ano ang kanyang pwedeng markets, ang possible na market structure nito, no? Is it still uptrend or downtrend? Kung titingnan nyo po itong ano ngayon, itong chart ng gold, you would say na it is in a period of consolidation dito. So ito po yung kanyang let me just draw. Yan yung isang line. Tapos ito yung isa. Kasi kung papansinin ninyo, it is clearly a broadening formation with the flat top. Sabi nga natin, kung nasaan yung flat side niya, dun yung bias niya. Yun yung bias for breakout. Ano po? It is more likely to break out on the upside than on the downside because of the flat top is on the top. So if you go to smaller time frame, kung titingnan mo yung kanyang ginagalaw, would you say na merong market structure na broken? Opo, meron. So if this is the previous swing low, eto po, kung yan ang previous na swing low mo, then most likely, this could become your resistance now. Ano po? So kung titingnan mo yan in from that perspective, if you again go to your smaller time frame, kung titingnan mo siya, 'di ba ito yung nanggaling sa higher time frame mo. So again, if you look at your chart now, ano nga ba ang bias niya ngayon? Is it going up or going down? Kung titingnan mo siya, by all indications, there is a consolidation coming from a downtrend. So yung ang titingnan mo dito ay tuloy pa rin yung kanyang pagbaba. Yun po that is the logical conclusion that you can derive dito sa ginagalaw ngayon ng gold. Pasensya na po, medyo po ako, para ako may sinat. I hope it's not COVID. Ayan. So ang ano natin dito is tuloy pa rin yung kanyang pagbaba kasi nasa the only thing that you need to watch out for now is for the price action to have a reversal signal or the price action to have a rejection bar dito kasi nandito ka na sa resistance. So ang confirmatory na lang dito, ang aantayin mong mangyari is magkaroon ng reversal dito sa level na to para you can safely assume that it is indeed going down. Ano po? So yun lang yung tinitingnan natin. Pagka naman umakyat siya at nag-breakout dito, nagkaroon ng clear breakout dito sa trend line na to, then expect na sa first correction, you can put a buying there. So we really don't, we can buy, pero ngayon, ang likelihood is papunta ng baba. So if you try to check that with your momentum signal, tingnan ko lang kung merong momentum signal dito na ano ha. Yan, RSI. Let's try to see kung merong wala namang failure swing, ano. Yan, walang failure swing, so wala siyang, as far as RSI is concerned, wala po siyang bias ng pagbaba. Kasi sinasabi natin na nagkakaroon ng failure swing pagka mas mataas itong second na top or itong swing high na to, mas mataas siya, pero ang RSI niya mas mababa. RSI reading niya mas mababa. Then it is indicative, kung ganun po yung itsura ng chart, it is indicative na pababa yung presyo. So dito wala pa naman, pero ang ano niya, ang basis natin dito is you have a pennant formation that is consolidating on the upside. Therefore, ang bias po niyan ay papunta ng baba. Pagka ang flag kasi, flag or pennant, no? Magpinsan naman po yung dalawang yan. They behave in the same manner. So pagka meron ka, if this is your pole, and then your pennant or your flag should be waving up. So ito it is waving up, and then nag-break siya, tapos nag-correct na naman siya. Pero usually ang mga flag formations, when they break out, ang flag or pennant formation, pagka nagbe-break out sila, wala nang correction. Primarily because nakapag-consolidate na sila. But in this case, nagkaroon ng correction, so we do not really this makes me think twice dun sa kanyang pagbaba. Kaya sinasabi ko na wait for the reversal to happen here. Pagka nagkaroon ka ng reversal signal dito, either an engulfing pattern or a dark cloud cover ang mangyari dito, or a harami, magkaroon ng harami na formation dito, then those signs will indicate yung pagbaba ng presyo. So let us assume for now na halimbawa pababa po ang presyo, no? For the purpose of giving out parang guide kung saan ka pwedeng mag-sell, saan ka pwedeng mag-buy. So dito po ang selling natin ngayon is nasa 1861.09. So we wait for the price to close at least. Granting ito granting na magko-close yan ng low, granting that it will close on the low side. So ang selling mo dito is itong opening nito, which is 1856.88. So let's assume na ang 1856.88, let's assume na dyan magko-close ang price for the purpose of for the parang guide lang po. Kung halimbawang dyan po mag-close yung price ngayon ng gold, so you put a selling here. Pagka dito kasi reversal po yan, nag-reverse coming from a resistance. Ang sinasabi ko po ganito po. So parang tulad po nito. Just to be clear of what I'm trying to drive at, ito is a reversal formation. This is a harami formation, or in the Western bar or in the bamboo chart, you call this a inside day. Sa Japanese candlestick naman, ito ay harami bar. So it is a reversal coming from a resistance. So nung nagpakita po siya, bumaba po ang presyo, di po ba? So bumaba hanggang dito. So you can expect also the price to come down up to this level, at least minimal up to this level, kasi ang ine-expect natin, walang clear na trending ang presyo natin ngayon. So hindi po siya nagte-trend, hindi din nagko-consolidate po siya if you base on the daily. So if you put a sell here at 1856, ang ine-expect mong movement niya is at least itong swing low na ito or ito. So before ka mag-expect dito, ito muna yung iano mo. But should there be a strong move ng kanyang pagbaba, then ito yung pwede mong asahan na ibababa niya. It may go all the way down to 1816 area. But first, ito muna ang aasahan mong bababaan niya, no? So 1836 area. 1836.68. Ang magiging target mo po is 1836.68. Tapos ang cut loss mo niyan ay based on the ATR. Your hourly ATR is nawala. Yan. So gagawin lang natin siyang 20 ang ATR po natin, tapos we now get a reading of our ATR. It's 6.55, so you round that off, it becomes you multiply 6.55 by 2 kasi we use a factor of 2 pagka kaya 13 po yan. So pagka nag-sell ka dito, ang gusto mong bantayan yung pag-akyat ng presyo. Kaya ka magka-cut loss. Yon. So when it hits $13, you cut your position. So yan po ang gold natin ngayon. So kung wala na pong question sa gold, we can now move on sa ating AUD-USD. Ang AUD-USD naman po natin, ayan, kung titingnan nyo po, medyo let's go to daily first so that we will know more or less kung what to expect for today. Wala po tayong makita sa daily. So we go sa ating 4 hours. So yung 4 hours po natin, although hindi pa nagbe-break ang market structure niya, pero yung kanyang pag-akyat, nakikita mo, bumababa na po siya. So higher low pa rin siya, but the problem is yung yung high mo, hindi na nasusustain yung kanyang pag-akyat. So you go to a smaller time frame to see kung merong mga pattern na na-break or merong mga, in this case, meron kang trend line na nag-break. So ito, meron kang trend line na broken. Ito po yung trend line na broken. Nag-break si presyo, bumalik dito, nag-correct. This is the correction after the breakout. The first correction after the breakout, it went back to your trend line. So nagkukumpul-kumpul po siya ngayon dyan. So ang pwede mo pong gawin dyan ngayon is either, kasi kung titingnan mo, this is the resistance. It may be possible, it may be anything of the alin sa dalawa pwedeng mangyari. Pwedeng mag-break away from this trend line, ito paakyat, or pwedeng bumaba siya. Kasi ang normal po na niya, ang usual na reaction ng presyo ay pagka-break dito sa trend line, babalik tapos saka po bababa ulit. But now that you have contradictory na galaw ng presyo. Why am I saying na contradictory? Because if you look at this price pattern now, kung titingnan mo po siya, increasing lows. So again, nakapag-establish siya ng uptrend. So kung meron kang na-establish na uptrend po dito, and kung papansinin mo naman, if you are going to look at it from this point of view, yan, ano po? So ito yung trend line mo, ito yung formation mo, na-break po siya, nag-correct siya, pero nag-break na siya. So ang pinakamaganda po dito is you wait for the price to hit this price level. If ever na bumaba po siya from 77, 71, it should hit this price level before you expect it to go up. Dito naman ngayon, at this current price level, hindi po natin madesisyonan kung bababa or aakyat po siya, no? Pero ang bias niya, what I'm saying is ang bias niya ay bumaba. But what I just don't know is kung pagdating dito sa presyong ito, pagdating dito sa support na to, it will go up again because na-establish na dito ang kanyang pag-akyat because higher high, higher low na siya. And more so, if you look at this, galaw nito, these are belt lines. And belt lines are usually indicative of a strong momentum either on the direction of the price. So if you see a belt line happening from going to a certain direction, then it is clearly a sign that the momentum is strong towards that direction. Ano po? Kung dito upside siya, so ngayon nag-post lang siya dito, nag-consolidate siya for a bit. So ang gagawin natin, ang best practice po niyan is huwag kang sumabay dito sa uncertainty ng market. What you can do is either wait for it to correct here or wait for it to correct at least at this when the 26-day moving average catches up with the consolidation pattern dito, then it will be okay for you to buy. Pagka ito po ay umabot dito, nag-meet sila ng presyo dito sa consolidation, that is okay to buy. But in the meantime, for the purposes of giving you levels para sa guide ninyo, so ang buying natin ngayon ay nasa 77.40. Ito po yun, oh. Yan, this one is at 77 kasi hindi ko lang alam kung dangkal by estimate lang naman to. It's now at 77.34, 30. So ilagay na lang natin sa 40, hindi naman po masyadong malaki ang difference. Ano po? So buy at 77.40, ang target mo is 77.98. Saan galing ang 77.98 mo? Ang 77.98 mo ay galing po dito. Itong high na to, yan, kung ano po yung high dyan, yung high dyan is 77.98. After it hits this, pagka nag-break po yan, ito po yung next na target niya. 77.20. So dito muna tayo sa 77.98, and then ang stop loss mo is 32 pips, which is now your, kasi ang hourly mo, yan, ang ATR mo sa hourly is 16. So 16 times 2 is 32, kaya po ang stop loss natin, doon po natin na-compute. Kung wala na pong tanong dyan, sa AUD-USD, we can now move on to our GBP-USD. So ang GBP-USD naman po ay mukhang tinutulungan ng ano, no? Mukhang ayan, I think we have a question. Ayan, so kung titingnan ninyo, yung ginalaw niya, nag-break dito, you have a trend line here, nag-break po dyan. So if I remember it right, yesterday, ang ano po natin, ang basa po natin, bababa po siya because nag-break po siya dito. Nag-break po dito. Ano po? So triangle po kasi yan. So nung nag-break siya, ang sabi ko, antayin natin dito, either we wait for it here or we sold at 35.40. Either we wait for it here and then look for a reversal signal when it goes here or when it approaches that resistance area, saka ka mag-sell. Ayan. So do not follow blindly yung mga ano natin. You always apply yung best practice. Ano po? Ang best practice diyan is always if you buy or sell in any area of value, your area of value can be defined as your support or resistance, moving averages, pivot point, Fibonacci levels, ano pa ba? Previous high or previous low. Yun po, they should always be coupled with a reversal formation. Yun ang best practice. Kasi kung wala kang nakikitang reversal towards a support or resistance, then hindi po maaaring magbe-break away po talaga siya dun sa support or resistance na yon. So tulad po nito kahapon, no, sa tingin natin nung nag-break na siya dito, nung inaasahan mo, you were already aiming to sell here, nakita mo nag-break siya, pagka-break niya bumalik, nung bumalik dito, you see a strong rejection dito. The second time na bumalik siya, nag-ano ka na, you could have made your decision. Ano po? So yung mga ganyang techniques, ang tawag po ng iba dyan ay sniper technique. So you can either, those are the ways in which I teach on my Saturday classes kung paano po gawin itong mga to. When to decide to buy or sell along a resistance line or a support line or a trend line or a moving or an area of value for that matter. So dito, saan ka ngayon pwedeng mag-buy dyan? So if you look at, since ang daily mo, let me just bring you to the daily chart ng ano po. Since it is obviously, itong daily mo ay meron kang support ngayon dito, tama po ba? Kasi ito ay moving average mo. It can serve as a support. This one is a price rejection and this one is a you can no matter how you look at this is a engulfing pattern. Sabi nga nila, mas malakas daw ang engulfing pattern pagka nag-engulf siya ng more than 2 na candlestick. In this case, itong apat na to, ini-engulf niya. So you can at least say, if this is a reversal, at least you can expect that this day will be at least more or less kung if you take it by percentage, nasa 90% na dapat usually itong bar mo na to ay paakyat. Ngayong araw, kahit papano may 90% may 90% kang based on the history of the movements, may 90% kang chance na bababa ang presyo, ay aakyat ang presyo ngayong araw. Yan po ay katulad din yan nito. So if this is an engulfing pattern, ano po? Engulfing pattern po siya ay makaka-expect ka na yung following day kahit papano ay bababa yung presyo. So bumaba yung presyo, something happened in the middle of the day, nag-U-turn ang market pero bumaba pa rin po ang presyo dito sa araw na to. So na-satisfy pa rin niya yung kanyang assumption na aakyat kahit papano ng isang araw, ano po? So dito tayo ngayon, we go to smaller time frame because we would want to look for an area of value. So ang area of value na pwede nating makita rito is hanggang siguro mamayang alas 4 or alas 3 kasi kung papansinin niyo may speech po mamaya si Lagarde sa yung European Central Bank Governor or President. So ang GBP we buy at 36.58. Ang 36.58 po ay ito po. $36.58. Yan, so if we are expecting it to at least hit yung moving average mo, which is now at 36.66. Yan po yung pwede niyang puntahan mamayang hapon or at best itong 36.48. Those are the two levels to watch out for ng correction to any of these levels and then a possible appearance of a rejection or a reversal as soon as it touches any of these levels, either this 26-day moving average or this 50-day moving average, that will be a good time to buy your British pound. So for the purposes of putting a guide here, nilagay po natin sa 36.58. Ang ating pong take profit is 37.50. Yung 37.50 ay galing yan dito sa yan. Saan po galing yan? Dito po galing yan. Yan, yung farthest distance from the trend line, ano po? Igagalaw ko lang para makita po niyo ng maayos yan. So kung susukatin niyo po yung haba ng price move na yan ba ang pinakamahaba? Opo, yan po ang pinakamalayong ginalaw ng presyo from this trend line. So nung nag-break siya, yan po yung magiging target niya. So hindi na po siya, ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, when you see a pennant, ang tendency po niya hindi na po siya nagko-consolidate or hindi na siya nagko-correct after the breakout kasi nakapag-consolidate na siya before ng breakout mo. Hindi siya tulad ng ibang price, but if you look at it this way, if you look at it from the perspective of breakout from a trend line, then it is supposed to have a correction. Pero bakit hindi siya nag-correct? Yan ay hindi naman na po importante sa market briefing natin yan for ngayon, pero tinuturo ko po yan sa Saturday lesson po natin. So if you want to learn more about market psychology in relation to your price action, then you may attend yung Saturday classes po natin. So yung Saturday classes naman natin, you just have to coordinate with Ma'am Joanne kung paano po ang mag-attend po ng Saturday classes natin. Ano po? So kung wala nang po katanungan sa ating British Pound, we can now move on sa ating Euro USD. Ang Euro USD naman, kung titingnan mo siya ngayon, ito ang target kasi niya kasi nag-break na po siya, no? Ito ang target niya. Pero bago niya marating yan, kasi if you now look at the price, it is cautiously moving upwards. Bakit po cautiously moving upwards? Kasi kung papansinin ninyo, merong nakaschedule na speech yung European Central Bank President mamayang hapon. Ayan, so usually pagka nagkakaroon ng speech po kasi, the market is really not aware kung what to expect na sasabihin ng mga people of importance or people of significance who will you cannot ascertain with accuracy kung siya ay magiging dovish or hawkish sa mga sasabihin niyang monetary policy ng bangko, ano po, or ng central bank. So kaya market players are also approaching price levels cautiously. Ayan, so kung titingnan po natin ngayon, may nag-break na market structure. Ano po ang nag-break na market structure? Ito, nakapag-break na yung previous high mo, then we just have to wait for it to correct. Yung correction niya, pagka hindi nag-break yung previous low mo, then it will confirm an uptrend sa euro. So kung titingnan po natin yan ngayon, we go to our smaller time frame. Since meron kang na-break dito, ang aantayin mo is mag-correct siya at least kahit dito sa 122.08 or 122.00 area. Yan, so 122.02 area or 122.08 area yan. Ano po? 122.08 area, ang target mo is 122.63, ang cut loss mo is 21.76. Yung cut loss po natin usually are all based on ATR. I don't make a forecast ng cut loss po based on my preference. Kung halimbawa 30 points lang cut loss na ako, 20 points lang cut loss na ako, wala pong ganun sa akin. I always base it on the ATR because the ATR is also based on the price movement. So meaning, I will have more or less a feel of the general sentiment ng market. Pagka in-apply ko yung cut loss ko, malamang kesa hindi, pabaliktad na po talaga ang galaw ng market. Yun lang po ang ano ko. Kasi you do not want to cut your losses pagka ano ka lang, yung parang sinusundo ka lang. Anong ibig sabihin ng sinusundo ka lang? Halimbawa, dito, nag-cut loss ka. O yan, naglagay ka ng cut loss dito kasi dito ka pumasok. Sabi mo, ay, dito lang cut loss na ako. Umakyat ang presyo, tinabaan yung cut loss mo. Pagkatama ng cut loss mo, bumaba din siya. So, parang sinundo lang yung cut loss mo. Yun po yung nakakasama ng loob. Ano po? So, that's why I always apply yung ATR kasi sometimes, nagkakaroon din naman ng maling ang ATR pero hindi po siya ganun kadalas. If you are going to compare it with your hunch or yung haka-haka mo lang sa sarili mo, then malamang kesa hindi, mas madalas kang magkamali. Kasi walang basis yung analysis mo. Tandaan ninyo na ang technical analysis is based on evidence. It is not based on the haka-haka. So if you look now at your Japanese yen, kung titingnan mo yung galaw niya sa daily, again, kung titingnan nyo po ito, coming from a resistance level, you have a reversal formation. So itong araw na po na ito ay pwede po nating sabihin, although I am not saying na it is guaranteed, pero pwede mong sabihin na itong araw na ito ay pikit matang bababa ang presyo dito po. At least for this day, ano po? Because of the appearance of a reversal formation dito. Itong reversal formation na ito can dictate the following day. Itong day na to, posibleng bumaba po ang presyo. Bumaba yan, na biglang bumalik, it's no longer, hindi ko na po alam. Basta ang alam ko, bababa ang presyo. Kasi yun ang usually na tinuturo o yun ang usually ginagalaw niya. Halimbawa po ito, engulfing coming from a resistance. Hello po. Paki-off na lang po yung mic kasi na ano po yung naririnig po yung radyo. So, ito po tayo, you have resistance, you have rejection coming from a resistance or a moving average, bumaba yung presyo the following day. Ito, shooting star, bumaba yung presyo the following day. So, yan po yung sinasabi ko dito. Ito, harami naman siya, bumaba yung presyo the following day. This one is an engulfing pattern. It should pressure for this today's bar to go down. Ayun po ang aking ang aking take po diyan or ang sinasabi usually ng libro na ginagalaw ng market. Ano po? So kung yan ngayon ay ganyan, saan mo ngayon susukatin ang target ng presyo? So you just draw. If you cannot see any pattern, then you just draw a trend line. Saang trend line ba ang maayos-ayos diyan? Siyempre, kung hindi po yan, ang pwede mong gawan ng trend line diyan ay ito. Yan, kung yan po yung trend line mo ngayon, kukuhanin mo lang yung pinakamalayong galaw yan. So ilalagay mo dito sa breakout. So malapit na po siya. Kaya po hindi po natin yan between this trend line and this trend line, parang kung ako, I am more inclined to get to consider this one now. Bakit? Kasi mas recent siyang pangyayari. Ano po bang, kung tutuusin nyo, ano po bang formation ito? Kasi ito ay broadening po yan. Yan po ay broadening formation. So the last touch point na before the breakout is this one. Ano po? So yan, dito mo siya ilalagay ngayon. Yan yung magiging target mo. Ang target mo is 103. Dito mo na lang i-base kasi malapit siya dyan. 103.09. So if you are going to sell at kung magko-correct po mamaya yan dito sa 103.74, you can, pagka nag-correct po yan at tumigil dito at nakita mo may correction dyan at may reversal dyan, mas malamang kesa hindi, aabutin niya itong presyong to. So if you sell at 103.74, yan, 103.74, ang target mo is 103. Itong low dito, nawala yung ating information window. 103.09. Ayun po. So 103.09 yung target mo. Tapos ang cut loss mo is 103.96 because selling yan, kaya ka mag-a-add dito. So kung wala na pong katanungan sa ating technical forecast, ngayon po dadako naman tayo sa what to expect sa market. So ngayon, mamayang alas 5 ng hapon, no? GMT yung oras natin. So tama, oras ng Singapore, oras din natin. 17 is 5 o'clock ng hapon. So you can expect yung speech ni Lagarde. The market will move accordingly whether she will hint a dovish or hawkish monetary policy for the European Central Bank. Ayun po. So it is understandable that the market is crawling at this time because it is uncertain as to what to expect sa market, sa speech po ni Lagarde mamayang hapon. And then mamayang 9:30 ng gabi, you have inflation data coming from the US. So it is consumer price index. This particular indicator is an inflation indicator. So, ayun po. An inflation is also one of the key factors in determining your monetary policy. So, kaya po yan pula, kaya po yan binibigyan ng diin ng market kasi nga po inflation indicator siya. So, kung wala na pong katanungan, that completes yung ating market briefing for this morning and hope to see you all again tomorrow. So sa mga yung mga gustong matuto ng mas comprehensive or in-depth na you just coordinate with Ma'am Joanne or coordinate with whoever invited you here para po mag-guide po niya kayo kung paano po ang makapag-attend ng Saturday classes natin. So because we offer it for free naman yung Saturday classes natin, as long as registered ka and trader ka ng Infinox. So yun lang po naman ang nire-require. Pinaka bottom line nun is you are trading with Infinox kasi yung Infinox, sila po ang nag-ano po ng ating market briefings. No? So they are the one who sort of like sponsored yung ating mga market briefings. So on that note, maraming salamat po and hoping to see you all again tomorrow po.